Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today is Monday, May 24th, and today is the first day of the Do the Thingathon readathon. This readathon is hosted by Ashley over at A Frolic Through Fiction. I'll leave her links down below and the Do the Thingathon Twitter account down below. I'm super pumped about this. This readathon is so great because it's just a way for you to try and catch up on your reading goals. There is literally very minimal prompts and it's just do whatever you want for this readathon. As you guys know from the last two vlogs that I've posted, that I've been doing a lot of readathons this month. So this week is also the last week of the pop culture readathon, mini ground Degrassi themed, hosted by It's Whitney. And it's also the last week of Asian Readathon hosted by Reba Cindy. So I have the last remaining 4 books on my TBR ready to go for this week. So let me quickly show you what I'm going to be reading. Next up is a book that I'm planning on reading just for the pop culture readathon, and that is You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This book I'm reading to complete the prompt of reading a book that is bound to give you warm and fuzzy feels. This is a YA contemporary, it is sapphic, it is really cute looking, it's about prom, so I'm excited to read this. I have the audiobook borrowed from my library, so I'm actually going to try and listen to it today. It was my dad's birthday yesterday, and the Ontario government over the weekend decided that gatherings of 5 people are going to be allowed outside, so Tyler and I are going to go over for dinner in order to celebrate his birthday. It's going to be really nice, but before we leave, I'm hoping to listen to this entire audiobook. But yeah, that's first up on the docket. Next up is the last book that I have on my TBR for Pop Culture Readathon, and that is going to be The Last Wish, which is the prequel novella set, or short story set, for the Witcher series. This has been on my TBR for the longest, so it is going to fulfill the prompt for Do the Thingathon, is to read the book that's been on your TBR for the longest. And I'm very excited. I'm excited because I can also split this up a little bit into the short stories and take breaks if I need to. Next up, for Do the Thingathon, what I wanted to do was try and get through some of the sequels that I have on my TBR, because I have much too many sequels. And a goal is to finish at least one series. So first off, this is the book that I'm going to be reading as a sequel on my TBR. And it also is going to be my last read for Asian Readathon, and that is going to be The Soul of the Sword by Julie Kagawa. This is a YA fantasy trilogy that I've only read the first book, The Shadow of the Fox, but I absolutely adored it, and I cannot figure out why I haven't read this sequel yet. But anyway, it's based around Japanese mythology, and Julie Kagawa is a Japanese-Canadian writer. And then finally, the last book that is on my TBR for Do the Thingathon is going to complete my own individual prompt of finishing a series off, and that is Return of the Thief by Megan Wallen Turner. This is the 6th and final book in the Queen's Thief series, one of my all-time favorite historical fantasy series. I'm going to need to read a summary of the first 5 because I don't remember what happened. But again, I've been super excited about this. This book came out late last year, and I can't wait to finish this series off. But yeah, that's my TBR, super quick. And yeah, what I'm gonna do right now is set up The Sims on my computer and get myself settled in for the morning of Sims with my audiobook of You Should See Me in a Crown. And yeah, it's gonna be a good day. I'm excited for this week, and I will update you guys later. Hello everybody, it's a couple hours later. I just finished playing Sims for a little bit, and I've gotten about 100 pages into the audiobook of You Should See Me in a Crown, and my god is it adorable so far. I'm loving it. It's hilariously cute. I'm really like stressed with the main character, especially with her relationship with her old friend Jordan. Like, he pisses me off so much because I knew so many people like that in high school who just ditched all their friends and like decided to become like a new person, but like by being a total dick to everybody who had been a friend to them in the past. Anyway, really enjoying this. I'm loving Liz as a character. She's so sweet and so like kind and just so like kind-hearted. Anyway, I am about to log on to the first of the reading sprints for the week. There's gonna be reading sprints every single day and twice a day on the weekend to round out the readathon. And the first sprints are gonna be on Ashley's channel, and I'm so excited. They start in literally a couple minutes, so I am going to switch to the physical version of this and read along with the sprints today. I'm very excited. I have to find out what time we have to leave for my parents. But yeah, so far so good. Having a great time. Hopefully I will finish this today and get one book down for the readathon. Hi everybody, it's a few hours later. I'm just finishing up crying because I just finished You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. Oh my god, this book was so wholesome and so cute. I absolutely adored it. All of the characters were just so great, and the main character is so wholesome and deserves so much in this world. Her relationship with the other girl in the school is adorable as well. And anyway, I loved it so much. This made me cry happy tears for the last like half an hour as I finished this. But anyway, regardless, this was 5 out of 5 stars. I can't believe I waited so long to read it. But anyway, this is my 5th book read for the Pop Culture Readathon and my 1st book done for Do the Thingathon. I'm very excited. I ended up giving this a 5 out of 5 stars, and I can't. I'm done. I'm done for the night. I need to process this. Tomorrow, I think I'm going to start on with The Witcher, but for now, I am going to go into my bedroom and just watch some Superstore or something and just chill for the rest of the night because I need to decompress. Hello everybody, today is Tuesday, May 25th, yes, and it is the 2nd day of Do the Thingathon. I'm super excited for today. Yesterday I started off the readathon so great by reading You Should See Me in a Crown. It was wonderful, had a great day. Today I've just turned on the reading sprints hosted by Literary Diversions for today, and I am ready to go and start my next read, which is The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. I think that's how you say his name, I'm not quite sure. This is the set of prequel short stories that set up the Witcher series, which this book has been on my TBR for so long. It's going to fulfill the optional prompt of reading a book that's been on your TBR the longest. Tyler has been wanting me to read this for years, so I'm going to start today, and I'm very excited. I'm going to get a good chunk of the way through during these sprints, I think, and I'm going to aim to finish it today. It's only 300 and something pages. Let's see. Yeah, it's only 320 pages, so this shouldn't take me too long. I'm going to do this and then potentially finish my book club book today. That's also something I'd like to do. Hi everybody, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now, I think, and I'm about 100 pages into The Witcher. One of the things that's really like throwing me off is that there seems to be like one prevailing story going throughout this the book, and you get a chapter of it in between each short story. So that threw me off a little bit at first, but now I've gotten the hang of it. I believe I'm on the 4th of the short stories, and like I find it interesting because nobody told me they're retellings of fairy tales. Like one of them was 100% Beauty and the Beast, and the one I'm reading now is 100% Snow White, and nobody's ever mentioned that before, so that's an interesting turn of events. But yeah, so far so good. Just wanted to give you a quick update, and now I'm gonna get back to reading. Hi everybody, today is Wednesday, May 26th, and I just wanted to hop on here and let you know that last night I finished reading The Last Wish, and it was awesome. It took me quite a bit longer to read it than I thought it was going to, considering it's only 320 pages. However, it really picked up in the last couple stories once they introduced Dandelion and Yennefer as characters. They're 2 of my favorites, so it really made me enjoy the last couple stories. Overall, my rating, I ended up giving it a 3.75 stars and rounded it up for Goodreads to a 4. I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to read the actual main series now. It's going to be a good time. This was my last prompt for the Pop Culture Readathon, so that is officially done. I can't quite believe it. And this fulfilled the prompt of reading a book with a cover makeover, because this book had like 4 different covers or something like that. But yeah, I'm very excited and I am ready to get going for today. Today is the 26th and on the 30th is the last day of Do the Thingathon. And it is also the day of my book club meeting. So I'm going to spend today's reading sprints, which are hosted by Gavin, reading the last half of my book club pick, which is Tell It to the World by Stan Grant, a Indigenous Australian memoir. I'm super excited to finish it. It's been going really good so far. I've got a few tabs going, which I haven't been doing since university. But yeah, that's how I'm going to spend my day today, I think, and then get started on my last 2 reads for Do the Thingathon tomorrow. Potentially. We'll see how today goes, but for now, I'm just going to get going with my reading sprints. Wish me luck. Hi everybody, today is Wednesday, May 25th, or 27th, and I haven't done a whole lot of reading today, but I wanted to give you a quick update. I just finished filming this morning my June Plan With Me video, and I'm going to be editing and uploading that right now before I go take a bath and I start reading, I think, The Soul of the Sword by Julie Kagawa, which is my next read for Do the Thingathon. But first I've got a stack of books here that I wanted to quickly show you because I got some book mail. First up, I got People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. This is the same author that wrote Beach Read, and I'm excited to read both of these books. Next up, I got Normal People by Sally Rooney. This one I picked up because it's Irish, it's adult romance, and Books with Chloe in her latest vlog was just absolutely raving about it, so I'm excited about that. Next up is The Beautiful Ones by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. This is a fantasy that has telekinesis, and my friend Kayla is obsessed, so that's all I really need for a recommendation. I also love Sylvia Moreno Garcia, so pumped about that. Next up, I got Plain Bad Heroines by Emily A. Danforth. This is a gothic dark academia that was described as horror comedy centered at a cursed New England boarding school for girls. Next up, I got Dial A for Aunties by Jessie Q. Sutano. This is an adult romance, and it follows this main character as she accidentally kills her blind date, and she has to enlist her mother and her eccentric aunties to help her cover up the crime. And then lastly, I picked up the first volume of Lumberjanes by Noelle Stevenson. This is a graphic novel series set at a summer camp, and it's queer and it's adorable, and I picked it up on recommendation from Jean at Jean's Bookish Thoughts. I'm going to be reading this next week for Queer Lit Readathon. But yeah, I'm going to go finish editing this video, and then I'm going to take a bath and get some reading done. everybody. Today is Wednesday, May 29th. I can't quite believe we're almost at the end of May. But there are 2 more days left in the Do the Thingathon, and I'm super excited. I'm on the reading sprints right now, but I'm not going to be reading this round. I'm actually going to be filming my June TBR, because it's that time of month, which is crazy. But in terms of reading for today, I still have 2 more books to finish for Do the Thingathon in the next 2 days. But the first one is The Soul of the Sword by Julie Kagawa. This one is, I'm about 267 pages in, and there's less than 200 pages left, so I can definitely finish this today. probably by the end of the reading sprints. And then for the rest of today and tomorrow, the only other book I have left to read on my TBR is Return of the Thief by Megan Mullen Turner, the last book in the Queen's Thief series. Super excited about this one, and this one, like, the print is much larger, and there's again about 450 pages, so I can definitely get through this today and tomorrow, which is super exciting. And then that means that the readathons are going to be done soon, which is crazy. But yeah, anyway, yesterday I didn't really update at all. Yesterday I just hung around, really, and then I went and hung out with my friend Megan. We baked some cookies and just chilled out and relaxed. It was nice to have some human interaction. And I read, again, about 200 pages of The Soul of the Sword. So yesterday was a pretty chill day, but for today and for tomorrow, I am super pumped to get all these books done. And then in the last day of May, tomorrow, on the 31st, I am planning on finishing These Violent Delights, which will have made all of the books that I started during the month of May complete. And that one will be my last read for Asian Readathon, which is coming to a close on the 31st. So all the readathons are being very successful so far, and I'm super excited. For my wrap-up, I'm probably going to have to delegate or, like, organize all my books between readathons just to make it easier to explain them and how they work. But anyway, that's a talk for another day. Anyway, I'm gonna get going now and finish getting ready and filming, and then I will update you guys when I finish The Soul of the Sword. Hi everybody, it is about 7:30 on Saturday, May 29th, and I just finished reading The Soul of the Sword by Julie Kagawa. I loved this book. This one took me a bit longer to read, which I wasn't expecting, but I broke it up over a few days. I adored this so much. It took a little bit for me to get back into the story because I haven't read The Shadow of the Fox in a long time, but after a short while, it was really good at explaining the events that led up to this part of the story, so that was awesome. But I really, really liked this. I think I'm going to end up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. I loved the surprise queerness that came into it as well. Wasn't expecting that, but it was a very, very welcome addition. And I just really love the progression of the characters. Yumeko, the main character, just has had so much growth over the past book, and I cannot wait to read the next book, which is The Dragon of the Night, I believe. I still need to get it, but it is the final book in this trilogy, and I am so excited to read it. Yeah, that's about it. I will update you if I start reading Return of the Thief today. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to or not yet, but right now I'm going to go make some dinner and watch some Superstore, and I'll talk to you later. Hi everybody, so today is Sunday, May 30th, and it is the last day of both the Pop Culture Readathon and Do the Thingathon. I've already completed all of my prompts for the Pop Culture Readathon, which is amazing, and I'm about to finish my last book for Do the Thingathon. Last night I read The Soul of the Sword, or I finished The Soul of the Sword, and I absolutely loved it. I gave it a 4 stars, but today I'm going to be starting on Return of the Thief by Megan Mullen Turner. This is the 6th and final book in the Queen's Thief series. The Queen's Thief series follows one young man named Jen in a ancient Greek/Roman inspired fantasy world. It is a historical fantasy. And the main plot of the first book is that Jen boasts that he is the best thief in the land, and does so while being imprisoned for being a thief in a foreign country. And his bragging ends up getting the attention of the king of that land, and he is sent on this basically suicide mission to find this artifact and to bring it back to the main kingdom, because that artifact is detrimental to the kingdom's survival. And so he has to go on this perilous journey to find this artifact because of his boasting. It's a fantastic series. It gets even more complicated than that and much more political as the books go on. I'm excited to read this. I had to go back and read a bunch of summaries of the old books though, because I haven't read them since like I think 2017 or something like that. So I definitely have my work cut out for me to remember what's going on. As well as editing the video I filmed yesterday and getting that uploaded for Tuesday. And then finishing out this vlog. I'm about to sit down and watch a little bit of YouTube as I or like wake up, I should say. I was about to say wind down, but no, it's the opposite. And yeah, so I will keep you guys updated. I'm about an hour away from the last sprints of Do the Thingathon. I've been present at every single sprint this week, which has been so helpful for my reading. Yeah, if you guys like ever want me to try and host sprints on YouTube, let me know, because I've been desperate to do it. I just need somebody to do it with me because I'm too much of a chicken to do it myself. But yeah, anyway, I will keep you guys updated when I've gone a little bit through Return of the Thief. Hey everybody, so it is later on in the night, or it's still day, on May 30th. It is about 7:30 p.m. I'd say, and I am just over halfway through The Return of the Thief by Megan Wallen Turner. I've just made myself a cup of tea and sitting down with some reading sprints that you can't see to finish off my last book for Do the Thingathon. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying the interesting narration style. It's narrated by a brand new character who doesn't speak himself. And he's just kind of been made an attendant to the King of Italia. And he's just observing what's going on and recording it, which seems super interesting to me, and I'm really enjoying this point of view. It's interesting to me because, like, coming from the point of view of not having remembered really much of the story because it's been so long since I read it, it's nice to be reading it from the point of view of someone who also doesn't really know the story. So it's kind of hilarious to me. But anyway, again, enjoying it so far, and I'm excited to finish it. Hi everybody, it is about 10:30 on Sunday, May 30th, and I just finished my last book for the readathon, The Return of the Thief by Megan Wallen Turner. This book ended up exceeding my expectations as the finale to this book series that has been in the works for apparently like 20 years across the time period of the first book to this book. I thought it was a great ending. I thought all the characters had such great development, and the plot was super intriguing even after 6 books. It's interesting because all of these books basically can be read as standalones, but they all contribute to one overarching story. I love it. I've loved this series for a long time, so I'm super happy with this ending. It almost made me cry, which is always high praise. And I ended up giving this a 5 out of 5 stars. But yeah, that is the end of the Do the Thingathon. I completed all of my challenges, which were some of the suggested challenges for the readathon, were things like read 50 pages a day, read for an hour a day, continue a series, finish a series. I did all of those. I finished Return of the Thief. I continued with the Shadow of the Fox series. I started a new series and read the oldest book on my TBR, which was The Witcher, The Last Wish, and just had a fantastic time. So let me do a quick wrap up for you guys. First book that I read, I listened to partly on audio, and then I finished it in physical form, and that was You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is one of the best books I've read so far this year. This was a fantastic sapphic love story, and I absolutely adored it. Give it a 5 out of 5 stars. Next up, I read The Last Wish by Andrzej Sapkowski. I suck at saying his name. This is the first book in the Witcher series. It is considered a prequel, and it is a bunch of short stories. I also adored this and ended up giving it a 3.75. Unrelated to the readathon, but also perfect for a readathon where you're just supposed to do the thing, I read this month's book club pick for my in-person book club, and that was Stan Grant's Tell It to the World, a Indigenous memoir. It was fantastic. I loved it. I think everybody should read it, especially if you're uneducated on Australian history, and specifically the history of the Indigenous people of Australia, which I myself have been very ignorant of until now, and I will definitely be looking into it more in the future. I don't rate my nonfiction this year, so no rating, but highly recommended. Next, I read The Soul of the Sword by Julie Kagawa. This is the sequel to Shadow of the Fox, and such a great continuation to the series. Especially great considering there's a bit of a summary before the rest of the story started of the first book, because I haven't read the first book in also years, but also fantastic, and I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. And then finally, I just read Return of the Thief by Megan Mullen Turner, gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Don't know if you guys can see it right there, but this is my stack of books. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you're new here, please subscribe. I put out new bookish and writing videos every week. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because it really does support my channel, and please leave a comment down below letting me know if you've participated in any of the readathons this month. I've participated in 3 so far, and I'm about to finish off the last one, Asian Readathon, tomorrow on the last day of the month. But yeah, or also in the comments let me know if you've read any of the books that I read this week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye-bye.